Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we'll be dipping our toes in the waters of success as you learn how to escape the equivalent of a maximum security state penitentiary, aka Platinum. The first thing we'll go over are your settings, and if you don't need to change them, if you feel completely comfortable with where you're at, then skip to the mark I have on screen right now. But if you do want to change them or experiment and try to get better, here's what we're going to do. If you don't know if you should change your settings, here's a couple things to evaluate. Take a look at your aerials, take a look at your ground play, take a look at everything as a whole, and ask yourself this question. Do the aerials look like soggy pancakes? Is the defense reminiscent of Swiss cheese, by chance? The answer is probably yes, because I have been in your shoes before. Fear not, these new binds that you're about to find are going to be your new best friend with benefits. You two are going to You two are going to spend a lot of quality time together before You're going to get good if you can tweak your settings to an optimal map out for whatever works best for you. What worked for me might not work for you, but this is what I did. I copied Cozy P's binds, which are as follows. Free air roll. We do not look at it. We do not even think about looking in its foul, disgusting direction. It stinks. Clear that binding and send it straight to hell. Replace that with directional air roll. I use directional air roll left on square and directional air roll right on circle. Given that the default power slide option is on square and boost is on circle, you can opt in to keep this horrible abomination, or you can do what I did and move power slide over to LB and boost over to RB. Now let's pause because I know what you're thinking. Daddy Nello, how am I supposed to commit to all these new button assignments? My brain simply cannot. The truth is that you absolutely can, it just takes a little bit of hard work. Obviously, don't go into ranked when you're doing this, just play casuals and free play until you understand the core muscle memory of what you've just done to your controller. Once you have that muscle memory foundation, you'll begin to notice an immediate increase in your speed and gameplay once you learn the binds. And as a whole, the new settings are meant to give you a better grip on the aerial control, essentially transmutating that aforementioned soggy pancake into a glorified glue stick that's indistinguishable from magic, which is amazing. Now we can move on to the second part, which is a mechanical evaluation, which at this rank it's expected to be reminiscent of what a general dumpster smells like. Bad. But that's okay, because at this rank I'm assuming you can at bare minimum pop the ball off the wall and air dribble it into the net without any sort of air roll. If you can't do that, figure out how to do that, because the next step in the process is learning how to build on the air roll skills for more slick movement and quality control. But you're slowing down the roll or even stopping it to take slower, calculated touches to keep the ball closer to your car. Gone are the days of just booming it. The touches you're getting need to be soft. They need to be calculated to either you or your teammates, unless you're taking a shot. No other Platinum even knows what I'm talking about, so if you do hear what I'm saying, you will find diamonds faster than an X-rayer without any staff online. Next part, number 3, building the actual skills and what to practice. There are a couple free play exercises that I've done that you should try, which are 1. Fly from goal to goal if you're on console, or check a rings map if you're on PC. Alternatively, number 2, you can attempt to fly around the ball in the middle of the field without air roll, and then once you get confident with that, you can try to add air roll. But if you're having trouble with any of these, then that's a great indicator of stuff that you need to work on. Here's when you should realize that the grind to get better is ultimately exactly what it sounds like. A grind. A serious hardcore grind that takes blood, sweat, tears, and raw, unfiltered psychopathic energy. While we're still on the improvement section of the video, we should cover proper rotations, shadow defense, and defense as a whole. And I get it, in ones, it's hard not to chase the ball, but you have to understand you're not a golden retriever and that you can smell the ball fine from where you're just at. Shadow defense is essentially just mirroring your opponent's moves on your side of the field so that you're ready for whatever attack they may have in plan, or so that you can place yourself in a spot for a good 50-50. Just keep the opponent's flick in mind and be ready to delete that option. Alternatively, you could just hit a fake challenge as well, resulting in a pass directly to you. If none of these options fit your build, then you should rotate back to your goal and make your best attempt at back post defense. Now, before we end things here, I do want to add 2 more mechanics to your ground game that serve only a purpose of increasing your speed in the long run if you do decide to add these to your arsenal. Those 2 things are speed flip and wave dash. A speed flip is essentially just a diagonal flip cancel while boosting to get to the ball faster, and for a wave dash, you just need to jump, angle your car upwards, and hit a front flip right before your front nose hits the ground. In a situation where you have no boost and you need to move quickly, hitting a wave dash wombo combo speed flip is going to be the answer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still with me, I'd like to segue into the conclusion of our escape from Platinum Alcatraz. The core takeaway in understanding what you're capable of is this. Comparison is the enemy. You're not going to be as good as most of the content creators you see online unless you're playing as often as them with the intent to learn in the process. If you play often and try to learn, your muscle memory will be rewarded with knowledge and sustenance to carry forward. But if you're just playing to get the ball into the net in the most efficient manner, then keep doing that. But other than that, I really have nothing else other than a shameless plug. So Discord link in bio, nearing 100 members. If you're interested, go ahead and join that. But I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time.